Hey everyone, welcome to episode 10 of Run with Darren. This is also week 7 of training for the BMO Vancouver Marathon. Thanks for coming back if you're subscribed and you're following along with my journey. If you're new, well, welcome. I will tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Darren. I am 31 years old from Vancouver, BC, Canada, and I have cystic fibrosis. I'm not drinking anymore because I'm taking my running so seriously, and I absolutely love running. I started my running spree in the summer of 2022. I was really hungover and I took myself out for a run, and I just haven't stopped since. So far, I have ran 5 marathons, and I also ran 65 kilometers, which was my own fundraising run running for cystic fibrosis. I'm highly energetic, very outgoing, and also, gentlemen, I'm single. And that's a little bit about me. Let me get into how my runs went last week. So last week was another more, I'll say relatively chill. I still did just over 76 kilometers, which was about 6 hours and 19 minutes of running. I didn't follow exactly my training plan because there was still snow, it was cold, so I did the best that I could do. I only did one run outside, which was my long run, so the last run of the week. That run was 24 kilometers, so I was super stoked about that. The rest of my runs from that week were on the treadmill, and I hate the treadmill. I hate the treadmill for many reasons. I hate not being able to get outside and get the fresh air. I'm staring at the same spot at the same time. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not seeing anything. The pace on the machine is different from my watch. I just hate it all. It just sucks. But I told myself, I was like, look, I have a training plan. Sure, I knew I wasn't going to realistically do the amount of kilometers that I wanted to do, but I was like, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to do the best that I can, and that's all I can do, and that'll still help my training. And so that's why my kilometers was a little less than I wanted to, but hey, I succeeded in some way. I also did 3 gym sessions instead of 4, which is totally fine. I did 2 leg days with core, and then my 3rd day was upper body with core. The previous week, I was noticing some IT band issues, but last week it seems to be all sorted out, so nothing, no pains, no aches, we're ready to go for this week. I was also really on top of my band glute work. I decided to switch to starting with that at the beginning of my training for each of my days instead of doing it at the end, and I feel like that has been really helpful for me. I've been really consistent. I haven't cheated out or hurried my exercises I'm supposed to do, so that was a good move for me, so that is still going well. And lastly, and not super importantly, I am trying to get used to not wearing headphones for my runs. I was doing pretty well, being really mindful which run that I am not going to wear them on and start doing that a little bit more, but the past couple weeks definitely that went out the window, so I'm going to try to, not this run, but another one of my runs this week, I'm going to make sure to not wear them and get back on track with that goal of mine that I have. Now, let me go into what I have planned for this week of training. So for this week, I want to get really back on track, and whatever I have laid out, I want to fully do that. I should be good because it looks like there's not going to be more snow. The weather's supposed to be nice. I think maybe some rain near the end of the week, but that's fine. I'm used to running in the rain. So we should be good to fully do what I have laid out. So my plan for this week. So today I'm going to do a 14-kilometer easy run followed by my leg day and core day at the gym. Tomorrow is going to be my speed workout, 14 kilometers, followed by in the gym again, core and upper body. On Thursday, another 14-kilometer easy run, followed by core and leg day in the gym. Friday is going to be my interval workouts at the track. So usually that works out to being 14 kilometers all together, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. And then another upper body and core workout at the gym. Lastly, on Saturday, I'm going to be doing my long run, which should be 26 kilometers. So that is what I'm going to do this week. So I feel really inspired to look at the goals that I have for my running, and I'm going to share that with you, and also kind of goals that I had in the past and how I've kind of built up to what I have now. And I'm going to share that with you throughout this episode, and I'm going to tell you why I feel inspired to do so. So yesterday was my first cystic fibrosis clinic appointment of the year, and because I've made so much progress with my running and my sobriety, there's definitely some things with my health that I know that that I'm lacking and I can do a little bit better. And that actually, it's not that much. The one major thing is doing my breathing treatments regularly. I have definitely fallen off the bandwagon, and I honestly don't really do them. They were really nice, and I brought this up before, but they were even saying that there's most patients that come and see them don't do their treatments, or they are struggling as much as I do. So I'm glad that I'm not alone. I know it's bad. I know that I need to be consistent with it because it's the nature of the illness. I could get sick one day really quickly and it can come out of nowhere. I'm in the hospital, and in my mind, when I think about that, I don't want to think to myself, oh, I really haven't been doing everything. Sure, I've been, lots of running, and that definitely helps my lungs a lot, but there's still that part of me where I'm like, okay, I really need to be doing my treatments, and so I'm gonna give myself the goal of not doing it. I'm supposed to be doing it twice a day. Honestly, at this point, that's not really realistic. I think I need to treat this how I did in the beginning phases of the running. So I'm gonna slowly incorporate it back in. So I'd say once every couple days. I would like to build up to once a day, and then maybe see about doing twice a day again. But they were even just like, if you could do once a day, that's totally okay. And so yeah, that's what my goal and focus is for this week, is to slowly get back into the habit of doing my treatments a little more. I also am going to try doing my treatments a little differently. So a part of why I hate doing it, so essentially, it's broken down into, I'll say, two different parts. The first part, I'm strictly breathing in this medication that's in my nebulizer. It's Ventolin and hypertonic saline. So I'm breathing that in for 10 minutes, just sitting there. And then once that's done, I use what's called my PEP mask. And I breathe out for 3 seconds, and then I do a breath in, and I do that repetition 15 times. And then I do huffs in a mask for 3 times, and then I try to cough and spit up mucus. And I do that whole cycle 6 times. For me, I'm like, okay, this is too much sitting. So what we're going to try to do, I'm kind of excited. So I'm going to pick up a Ventolin puffer with an aero chamber. I'll show you that when I get that today. And so what I'm going in for the first part, instead of just breathing in medications for 10 minutes, I'm going to use this puffered aero chamber. So I'll shake it, I'll breathe into this thing, and then I think I hold my breath for 10 seconds, slowly let it out, do another shake, breathe in more medicine, and then I wait for 10 minutes. So then I can move around. So I'm not attached to this nebulizer for 10 minutes. And to me, that sounds really appealing. So once I get the medication today, I'll show you exactly how that is. I'll also show you what the old way is and what I should have been doing. And yeah, I'm just curious to see how big of a difference it'll actually make for me. To me, it sounds like this is going to be a really great way, because it'll seem like I'm not doing my treatments as long, even though this is definitely, apparently it's even more effective, I believe. I may get some clarification on that, but yeah, I'm excited to try that out and to show you this experience. So that's it. That's my jib jab for right now. Let me get out for my first run of the week. Feels really good to be back outside. Okay. Whew. Okay, just got home from my run. That was nice. It was so nice just being outside. It wasn't that cold. Like, yes, I was layered up, but I did take my gloves off for part of it, and my hands were totally fine. So, yeah, good run. I did 14 kilometers. My average pace was a 5:08, so I did it in about an hour and 11 minutes. I did the Stanley Park seawall. I started from Canada Place. There's part of the seawall that's still closed due to maintenance. It starts near Third Beach, and then there's a gate over there, and then there's another gate on the way that I was going. I don't really know how to explain it. So anyway, so I had to take the road again, but that was fine because honestly, it added a little bit more challenge. I had to go up a hill, and I feel like obviously hill work is always really good. So yeah, did that. Just got home. I am now I picked up a Roar electrolyte drink. I have the little packets as well, but these taste a little better. So this one's a cucumber watermelon. So I'm going to have that. I'm also going to have one of these energy bars that I get from Costco. So I'm going to have one of those. Stretch, chill out for a bit, and then I'm going to go down and do my gym session. Okay, just came back from the gym. I am pooped and I'm hungry. I started my leg day with doing a 20-minute cycle, and then I popped onto the treadmill, put it up the highest incline it could go, and I was walking backwards in that for 50 minutes, and then I did the rest of my leg and core day. So, good day at the gym. I'm gonna make dinner. Well, I'm gonna shower first, use my roller, use my roller, shower, then make dinner right away, and then I'm gonna do my treatments. I just picked up my new version of my medication. I'm gonna make a recording of the old way that I do it, and then I'll show you this as well, how I do it. Okay, I just got out of the shower, so I thought about it just for my own, I guess, filming purposes, but I'm just gonna tell you guys. So I'm going to do my new version tonight, and I'll show you from start to finish. Not like the whole thing, because you don't want to see me doing my huffing and puffing 6 sets. That's just no. But I'll show you the gist of what I do with this new one. And then tomorrow morning, I will do the old way. And this is good, because also that means I'm doing 2 days worth of doing treatments twice a day, which is ideal. I know that's not going to last, but at least for right now, it's good. So, okay. Time to make dinner, and then once I'm done dinner, I will do my treatments. Yummy! Rice, chicken, cottage cheese, and veg. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, dinner's done. I'm now gonna do my treatments for the night. So, with this is Ventolin. What I'm using right now, or I should say what I should be doing, is I would be using this, which is the same as that puffer, but it's the nebule version. So these are the vials that go in. This is the nebulizer. So before, I would put this in here. I would put this in my mouth, breathe in for 10 minutes. Then when the timer goes off, then I would just take off the attachment and put my PET mask on, and then do that cycle. So instead of this, we're going to try this. So instead of just sitting there breathing in for 10 minutes, I'm going to shake, put it in, breathe, do another shake, administer the medicine, breathe in, and then I'm going to wait for 10 minutes. So that way I'm not like stuck just sitting there. So this is my first time using this, so I'm going to do it for everybody. Okay, 10-minute timer. Okay, now time for part 2, the pep mask, which will remain the same. So I'm going to be using my hypertonic saline, which is essentially salt. From what I know, it's like salt, like 7% salt water. So I'm going to put one of the vials in my nebulizer. I am going to put on the mask, and then, so this part has certain size holes around it, so I set it, like, right now it's on 3.5 out of 5, it goes to 2.5, and so on, and that just, like, it controls the amount of pressure when I breathe into it. So I'm going to hook this up to my air compressor, and I will show you a little bit of what I do with this. I'm not going to show me spitting because I feel like that's gross enough. I feel like that part right before I coughed was gross enough. But anyways, so I do that 6 sets, and then that completes my treatment. So like I said, I'm supposed to be doing that twice a day. Obviously, I have not really been doing it at all. Usually just when I'm sick. So, but yeah, I definitely liked doing the new way, just because I feel like being stuck down for so long, I feel like makes it worse. So that's nice for that part. I can just move around, do whatever I want, and then once the timer goes off, then I start this. And I forgot to mention, with this, I take 2-minute breaks in between each set. But yeah, I really want to get back in the habit of this. I would like to say once a day, maybe once every 2 days. Yeah, I know that it's really good for me and it's healthy for me, and I'm really curious to see what this will do for my running, if staying consistent and seeing how it feels with my lungs, and also when I do my lung function tests, the results for that. So yeah, I really want to stay consistent with this.
Good morning! It's the morning. I literally just woke up. Yes, I put the light on, but look, my watch even says good morning. I haven't even gone through the good morning watch thing. What's on deck today? My speed run. Let's go. And then upper body at the gym. So I'm gonna go in. I think I'm gonna do my in my puffer way for treatments this morning, and then I'll show you what it used to be later tonight, just to speed things up in the morning. So, well, in my mind, because I could always use that 10 minutes to do something else with my day, because I like to be really productive. So, okay, here we go.
I love this breakfast so much. I literally can't get over it. It's oatmeal, craisins or raisins. Right now I have craisins. Blueberries, Greek yogurt, honey. Oh, chef's kiss. Okay, I am. I don't know if you could see both of them. Hello, kitties. Anyways, I am switching it up, so I'm gonna do another easy run day today because I don't work today or tonight, and I want to get out of Vancouver. I want to just go somewhere over the bridge. So I'm gonna do an easy run today. My gym session, I'm not too sure if I'll still do upper body or legs, TBD, but that's fine. And then what I'm gonna do a tempo run tomorrow, and then my track workout the next day, and then my long run will still remain the same. So yeah, I'm just switching it up just because. So here we go. Okay, so I actually ended up doing a tempo run. I did my warm up. I got down to my starting point and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do it. I wish I wore, because I obviously rotate the kind of shoes that I have, and usually my tempo run shoes are a little lighter, and so I wore my more bulkier ones. So I feel like that kind of reflected in my pace, plus the route that I went. There was some more hills, but honestly, all things considering, it was really good. My pace was, I think it was a 4:30, and I did 12 and a half kilometers. So I ended up doing it. Great. That means I'm going to do my upper body for sure at the gym today. So I just got home. I'm going to quickly get ready and go down there and smash that out. Okay, so I am going to show you the old way of how I should have been doing my treatments. So instead of the puffer for the Ventolin, I'm going to be using a nebulized version. This is called a nebule, I believe. So I'm going to put that in the nebulizer along with the hypertonic saline again. And I will be, the first part, instead of a quick couple puffs, doot, and then do whatever you want, is I'll be breathing this in for 10 minutes and sitting down. I will show you, not the whole thing, but I'll just show you exactly what I mean. And yeah, you'll see why I hate it, because it's just too much just sitting around, and it's too much I don't know. It's annoying, but let me show you. And that's why I hate it. Maybe it's I don't know, the running in me, and I'm like, I'm always active. Okay, this has been way before even when I got into running. But, I mean, I am a very active person. I don't know. Do I have ADD? I'm just kidding. I don't have ADD. But, yeah. I'm glad that I'm doing it the new way. It feels better, and I think I'm more likely to do it once a day that way than to do it like this. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm planning on hopefully getting up a little earlier to do my run, my easy run tomorrow early, or not super early. I want to wake up by, I think, 7 a.m. Hopefully go my run by 10 o'clock, just because I want to get to work for 5 p.m. So I want to allow enough time to run, gym, relax. So yeah, I will check in with you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning. Just made myself a coffee, ready to wake up. Gonna do a treatment session this morning. Gonna have my breakfast, digest, and it's a nice easy run today. So stay tuned. Okay, glute exercise is done. I am going to run around Stanley Park and go up the road because honestly, I think it's perfect because they still get to go around Stanley Park. I still get the seawall, but the hill work is really good, and that's what I like about it. It's not like too crazy, but it's just enough. So yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. So annoying. So the road today is blocked off now too because they're taking trees down, and so the only way around it is going through a path with snow, the forest, and I'm not doing that. So I'm annoyed, but I'll figure it out. I will get the kilometers in. Yeah. Okay, just did my easy run. I did 15.26 kilometers. My average pace was 4:53, so I ran it in 1 hour and 14 minutes. It was kind of annoying because both the seawall and the road was closed. The road was closed because they were cutting down trees, so it was kind of annoying because I had to think on the fly which way I was gonna go, and I ended up kind of doing a little, like, yeah, passed by Lost Lagoon, went like the other kind of way of the seawall, then looped back. So at least got my run in, felt really good. Just did some stretching, did a plank at the gym. So I started my run a little later because I got caught. I've been kind of putting this off, but for my running certificate, I need to finish my test. So I finally did that. So I'm going to, it's all done. I need to submit it. I'm going to review it again first, but I got caught doing that. So I went for my run a little later. Because I start work somewhat soon, my game plan is I'm going to make, I'll say lunch, and then I'm going to go to work. Depending on how late I am, I will try to do my gym session after. If not, I might just do one less this week, or I'll try to make up for it on Saturday. Not 100% sure, but that's okay. That is my plan, so I will keep you posted as to what happens. Good morning. Okay, so yesterday my shift ended really early. However, I did not go to the gym because I have a job interview, a phone interview today at 12, and I just wanted to be really prepared and get a good sleep. So, and obviously that takes more priority over me and fitness and whatnot. Job is obviously very important. So yeah, I didn't go to the gym, and then my phone interview is today at noon. I also work tonight again at my other job, so I'm definitely gonna go for a run. I probably am not gonna go to the gym unless, again, it's an early off, then we'll see. But I'll definitely go for a run. So it's not all like, I'm happy with what I'm doing. At least I'm getting out there and getting the kilometers in. So yeah, that is my little update. Right now I'm making breakfast, and then phone interview is at 12, and then I'm gonna hit the road once it's done. Okay, here is my game plan for today. So interview went really well, but that doesn't really matter. We're gonna focus on the running and the training. So because I didn't go to the gym yesterday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a shorter run today, probably about 10 to 12 kilometers. I will do what's called fartleks. So it's, I'd say, pretty similar to what I'm doing on the, like what I'd be doing on the track, but I'm just going to do like random like bursts of speed on my route. I'm going to run around the Falls Creek seawall. And then when I'm back, I'm going to hit the gym because that's what I really want to do. And then I will make dinner and get to work for what I want to. So that's my plan. Here we go. Okay, I did just over 10 kilometers. My average pace was about a 4:48. At the gym, I did just a little bit of everything because I didn't have enough time to do like my whole leg day and my whole upper body. So I did like, I'll say like the most important exercises that I thought were good for both. So now I'm making dinner, and then I'm gonna go to work, and then I'm really excited for my long run tomorrow. It's gonna be good. So, okay, happy Saturday. It's here. It's a long run day. I am super excited. I had a really good sleep. I slept in a little bit. I don't work tonight. I'm going to my parents' place. I think they're making shepherd's pie because the last time I was there, they're like, oh, what do you want for dinner? And I was like, I love a good old shepherd's pie. But anyways, it is just past 12. I'm hoping to start my run, honestly, by the latest at 1 o'clock, but I'll probably start a little earlier. Hopefully doing 26, I'll be able to do 26 kilometers because I was actually looking, the last time I did my long run to West Van from where I started, it was actually, I think, 27, so it'll probably be a little more. But yeah, I'm stoked. I can't wait to bang this out and to finish off this running week really like back on track. So stay tuned. Look at my clips of me running to West Van and let's get her going. Okay, everyone, here's the situation. So I did just about 21 kilometers, average pace 5:17. For some reason, I'm absolutely pooped. Like, I'm so tired. I feel like I'm almost at the point where like I'm kind of bunking, but not really. But it's weird because I definitely have eaten as much as I normally do. The only difference that I could think of is I had like my dinner, like my main dinner meal earlier than I normally do. And then when I got home from work, I had like a big snack, but yeah, that's the only thing that I could think of. And then the only other thing that's like not 100% sure, maybe I'm coming down with something. My nose is a little stuffy. Like I noticed today it's a little bit runnier than normal, so that could be another factor. But yeah, I'm a little bummed, but I also I was trying to push myself a little bit when I passed by the key. I was like, okay, I gotta even do this. And I kind of went to the washroom, regrouped, went out a little bit longer, and I was like, no. So anyways, you know what? It's fine. I still at least got over 20 kilometers in, so at least it was a long run of some sort. But yeah, I mean, I need to listen to my body. I definitely can't keep going on. So anyways, it's okay. It's one of those days. Okay, so today's actually the next day. Once I finished my run, I walked to the bus, went to my parents' place. They made me dinner. We had a really good cheesy lasagna. But anyways, then came back home and I was just absolutely drained. So I just laid low, slept in a lot. I feel really good today. Yeah, definitely yesterday, I'm glad. Like, I don't feel, honestly, as disappointed in not completing the distances I wanted to do, just because I literally felt like I couldn't run anymore. And I also feel like there is something to learn with, I think the only thing contributing to what happened was the time that I ate dinner the day before, and then I had a big snack, which I feel like wasn't enough that night, and then maybe not enough for breakfast. I'm not too sure, but I think there's some things that were a factor. So I'm not too concerned. I'll figure it out, and obviously it was a one-off week, so that's okay. Now, one thing I just want to talk about with everybody is setting goals just in general for and what I've kind of done for my own running. So firstly, for my own goal setting for running, I always, anytime I set a goal for, let's say a time goal for a marathon, I'll I'll give myself some wiggle room. So let's say for the Vancouver Marathon that I'm training for, my goal is 3 hours and 15 minutes. That being said, I'm not too picky on, like, if I don't get that time, I'm going to be super upset. No, like, I have some wiggle room. So, like, realistically, even if I improve from the last time that so the Victoria Marathon was the last race that I did, and I did it in 3 hours and 32 minutes. So even if I do Vancouver in 3 hours and 28 minutes, 3 hours and even 3:30, as long as I'm seeing improvement, that's okay. That's how I work. Because I know if I'm so set on 3:15 or failure, then if I don't hit it, then I'm just gonna be way more upset, and that's unnecessary. I feel like I would definitely not be happy if I was worse than 3:32. Then I'd be like, okay, what's going on? I need to rethink my whole training and whatnot. But so far that hasn't happened. So, so that's firstly with just time goals for races. And then I just want to talk about goal setting in general. I feel like a lot of people get confused about what an actual goal is. It's not just saying, I want to run. Sure, okay, that's like what the difference between something that you want to do and a goal is, a goal has proper steps. It's and even it could be a smaller goal. It could be like, okay, I want to sleep more, but it's not. There still has to be steps in order for you to achieve that goal. You can't just say it and then be like, okay, it's gonna happen, because that's not how life works. That's not how goal setting works. And one thing I have learned about goal setting is so it's an acronym, but it also makes sense. You gotta be smart about your goals. And so SMART actually stands for something. So the first one is specific. So be specific with your goal. Measurable. So, like how are you going to measure progress in order for achieving your goal? Is it relevant? So, like, it has to make sense for your life and what you're doing and what you're wanting to achieve. And then time bound. So for that, it's like making deadlines. I think for that, if I can relate it to my own running, when I first started running, I definitely didn't have any real like deadlines for, I want to be able to run a marathon at this point. I signed up for my first marathon when I knew I was ready to, I guess, like start for like proper training in some sort. But I didn't rush myself through that progress. I made sure I was comfortable and I was ready before signing up. Another thing that has helped me with my hitting my goals for honestly anything is writing it down. I think the importance of writing it down for me, because I write down my schedule for my training. I write down the goals that I have. I break it down into little pieces and segments and whatnot. And I think because any, let's say, big goal, there's lots of steps and pieces, and you can't honestly realistically remember everything. So that's why it's important to have it written down. I utilize notes in my phone and also the tasks, and I kind of have different things in different areas, and I have found that really beneficial. Writing it down. It seems very small, it seems very basic, but it is super, super important. So if you're gonna start running and you want to start goal setting in some sort of way, write it down anywhere. Get a journal, get a piece of paper, anything. And so I think with my whole goal spiel, I would say the biggest thing to highlight, be realistic. Don't push yourself. Don't say, I'm going to go, because let's say for myself, I'm running like on average 80 to 90 kilometers a week. I'm going to the gym, 4 times a week. If you're starting out, start small. You don't be a superhero, be realistic. So that's my first highlight I would suggest for when you're goal setting for running in general. Next, make sure to write it down, no matter what. And I would also say, make sure to have an accountability buddy. If that helps, I don't necessarily have an accountability buddy because I know that I can do the training, but there have been moments where I'm like, I don't know, like very small moments where I do feel unmotivated, and I sometimes do find myself texting a friend here or there. I don't necessarily go to my friends for, like, this is my goal list, like, let's make sure I keep on track, because I feel like I definitely have the motivation in general to be keeping up with what I have laid out. So, but if you would find that beneficial, I would definitely say, or at least speaking with someone, being like, hey, these are my goals, this is what I have laid out, what do you think, you know? So yeah, definitely have an accountability buddy, writing it down, be realistic. That's your goals tips. I will also add that you can start with, like your goals can kind of build up and up and up. So if you're in the beginning phases of running, don't make a goal like running a race. Just say, hey, I want to run like an hour a week, you know, or whatever makes sense for you and what your lifestyle is right now, right? It could just start like that. I want to run an hour. I want to run a certain distance. Okay, then I want to, you know, go to the gym a couple times a week, right? And then as you keep building it up, once you get to, let's say, a point where you want to sign up for a race, then you'll already have those fundamentals build up. So, yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching this week. If you have any tips on goal setting, whether in general or for your own health and fitness, leave a comment. Put something down there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, give a comment, please subscribe, and I will see you next week. See you later, everyone.